Hey everybody, welcome to my live. Thank you for joining in and for watching this evening. As you join in live, if you would please, as I ask in many of my live broadcasts, that you would comment in the comment section where you're watching from, where you're coming in from, so that we can kind of see where all this video is going. My topic tonight on my live, the topic we'll be covering tonight is entitled True Skeptic Turned Believer. And I'll be bringing on a special guest here in a little bit from Bermuda Run, North Carolina. I'm real excited about having her on and allowing her to share her story and possibly provide you with some information that will open your eyes up to what it is and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hey Dave, hi Sarah, thanks for joining in. Something happened this week in my life that really touched my heart and reinforces my drive and my enthusiasm, my emotion to get the word out about Moringa oleifera. And if you've watched any of my lives, you know I'm pretty adamant about Moringa oleifera, the benefits of it, the nutritional value. But my point being, I lost a good friend this week. I can say we haven't been real close. We haven't seen each other but maybe 3 or 4 times over the past 30, 40 years since we graduated from high school. He lost his battle to cancer. Hi, Don. But anyway, he passed away this week. He lost his battle to cancer. We graduated together. He was my catcher in baseball. He was my wide receiver, tight end in football. Real good friends. He was one of our leaders in our student government. But it just reinforces my need and my drive, my motivation to get the word out about Moringa oleifera, the need we have for it in our society. Moringa oleifera has been around since biblical times, guys. It's been around in the eastern part of the world for many, many years, and it's common practice. People know what it's called or what it is. But here in the western side, in the western world, it's just coming around, and it's just making its way into our society. And of course, you know how our society operates. Big money, big corporations get a hold of things, and they twist it out, and they blow it out of proportion, and by the time we get it, it's diluted and run down. I have aligned myself with a company that is the Moringa company, Zija International. They have a proprietary blend that only they have, and they do have, right now, the sole rights. I shouldn't say the sole rights, but they have a true product that is touching and influencing people in a mighty way with the nutritional value of the Moringa oleifera. I'm going to bring Dawn on here in a minute, and as I bring Dawn on, let's see if it'll let me add her on here. I don't know why it's not coming on, Dawn. Let me see if I do this right. Add. There. I see Don McGee. I want to add Don McGee. Add viewers to... I don't know why this is doing this to me, but one of these days I'll get the knack of doing it. Dawn, there it is. Okay. I will learn how to do this, right? A groove. Yeah, I'm bringing her on right now. So I bring Dawn on. Let me tell you a little bit about Dawn. Dawn retired at the age of, I believe, 45 after 35 years in the corporate world. She was a HR specialist with a pharmaceutical company. She did that for 35 years. I don't know why Facebook is being so uncooperative tonight about getting someone to just join in with me. Maybe it's something I'm doing here on my end, or my internet connection isn't very good. I approved and hit add. Just sent you an invite, Dawn. Anyway, Dawn retired after 35 years in the corporate world. She served as a HR specialist with a Fortune 10 company, a pharmaceutical company. She is a published author. She's written a book. It's called A Young Woman's Guide to Success, Coloring Your Canvas. She's an international motivational speaker, and currently she's a business consultant and owns her own business called Coach for Pro You. She does business consulting with corporate. And I'll keep adding and trying to add. Maybe it'll let you come on here. We got a problem. I just sent you an invite, Dawn. I'm approving your request to join. I clicked add. There, finally, it's going to come on. I don't know, sometimes we have problems with these, but as Don's coming on, is again retired, and she's a young lady. She's much younger than I am. Nothing like doing Facebook Lives and things don't work out, guys. Thanks for joining in and watching. We'll get through this, and we'll get her on here in just a second. It said it was adding you, Don. I don't know why. It's not coming up. Okay, bring Don McGee on camera. They'll receive an invite to join your broadcast. Hit add. I clicked add. And I see your face there. Maybe it's internet. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. This is not going through like we wanted to. But Don was a pure skeptic when it came to Moringa oleifera, although she didn't really know what it was initially. She had a good friend by the name of McGee Whitehead who had tried to share Moringa oleifera with her, but Don knew that it had something to do with network marketing. And a lot of us hear the word network marketing, a buzzword, right? Because of experiences we had when we were younger or heard our parents talk about it. We kind of backed away and we don't want anything to do with it. We shut down and we don't accept what anybody has to say. I don't want to hear anything more about it. And I got to be honest, the first time I heard about Moringa oleifera, my best buddy, a good friend of mine, was sharing it with me, and I'd seen the results that he had got. He had lost several pounds. In fact, he had shed 25 or 30 pounds in a very short period of time. But because it was affiliated with network marketing, I didn't want nothing to do with it, because I had been in network marketing companies when in my younger years with the allures that I was going to get rich and quit my day job and retire, right? But that's not what it's all about. And I think it gets a false impression left with people. They think that that's what it's all about, when truly it isn't. Network marketing companies are able to put truly valuable products out in the marketplace, and I say high quality products. And as the case is in Zija, all of their money, well, let's back up here a minute. Think about this. Think about Pepsi, or say Frito-Lay. You ever notice when you walk into Walmart and you go back in the chips section, you always know where the Doritos are, because in every Walmart store across the United States and throughout the world, when you walk into the chips section, those Doritos are always on the same shelf, eye level, right in front of you. As soon as you turn and walk into the chip aisle, it's usually the second, I've bought them before, it's usually the second item that you'll see when you start walking down the chip aisle. Why do you suppose that is? Could it be, and I believe it is so, Frito-Lay pays a large sum of money to Walmart to rent that shelf space in every Walmart store around the world? Why do they do that? Because they want their product in front of your eyes to see the first thing you see when you walk down the chip aisle. Because if it's the first thing you see and you're hungry, what do you think you're going to do? Right? You're going to buy their product. And if you buy their product, then boom, they made some money. They spend a lot of money in that way. Think about Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the advertiser's gold mine. I mean, more viewers watch the Super Bowl, big events on TV. They spend thousands, millions, right? Millions of dollars on ads on TV so that they can get their product in front of your eyes, because that's how they advertise. That's how they sell their product. That's how they get it out to you to let you know what it is. Well, let's back up a minute. Suppose they took that millions of dollars that they're sending in advertising and they put it back into their product to possibly make it more nutrition, to make it appealing to you. It would give us a better product, right? But that would require them to come up with some way of getting the word out and telling you about it and sharing it with you. All network marketing does is eliminate all of that. Hi, Dawn, there she is. What network marketing does is like take for instance Zija. Zija takes all those marketing dollars and invests it in their own factories, their proprietary blend, and producing a high quality product that is now NSF certified. So we know what they say is in the Moringa product, in the Super Mix or in the XM Plus actually exists. It is there. And they get tested, they get evaluated. Uh, it's a high quality product. The way they service their people, the way they service their customers and get the word out is the best form of advertising known to mankind, and that's word of mouth. That's the beauty of network marketing. And because they save money, if you refer a friend or you share it with another person and they want to try the product and use the product, they're going to reimburse you. No different than DirecTV. You know, you get these things in the mail from DirecTV. If you refer a friend, they'll give you $50 off or $100 off for 1 month. However, if you take a look at network marketing, that referral fee is residual. So if you take a look at network marketing as a 5 to 10 year thing, 5 to 10 years down the road, you could have a residual income that could supplement your retirement with a product that is of high quality. And I could go into great detail about that, but I finally got my guest on. Can you hear me, Don?
Yes. Can you hear
There
me?
you are. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Maybe I put these
Anyway,
earbuds on so I wouldn't have to listen to the dog whine and bark while I was doing this. Okay, so Don, I'm bringing you on here to share your story, and I already give a little bit of background. You being a motivational speaker and a coach, and retired from a major pharmaceutical company. So your skepticism. Explain a little bit about your skepticism. We talked earlier on the phone before we came on here. You didn't really know what Moringa was because you wouldn't even let your friend Kibi talk to you about it because you knew it was network marketing, correct?
that's correct. But I need to correct a little bit of the story first. I was not in pharmaceutical for 35 years. I was in corporate America for 35 years. I was in
Okay.
pharmaceutical for 10. So I want to make sure that that is corrected there. But yes, Kibi was, you know, in doing something. I didn't know what she was doing because I had been burnt in network marketing before, and yeah, I was just not interested in anything that had to do with an MLM. So I didn't know what the product was. I did not, she never told me what the product was. I don't believe. If she did, it didn't stick. And how I wound up getting it was um, I asked her to partner with me on some leadership trainings that I was doing, some workshops. And then I attended her Christmas party and we did a little dirty Santa gift exchange. And of course, I wound up getting hers, which was a 5 day supply of the super mix. Um, and so, of course, I thought it was rigged, but she's like, nope, nope, you got that. That's the one that you kept going for. Anyway, so I got that, and I actually had three of my doctors look at this and make sure that it wouldn't interact with any of my medications because I was taking a whole slew of medications. And so my chiropractor, my primary care physician, and the specialist, I had them look at that and they're like, what in the world? Where did you get this? This stuff is great. This can only help you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I took it. Um, and I suffer from chronic inflammation. I have since I was in my mid to late 20s. So for 20 years plus, I suffered from chronic pain and inflammation. And by day three, taking Supermix, this right here, by day three, I was pain free for me. I didn't know what that was like. Um, and so day three, pain free. Day four, it was great. Day five, I felt like I was in my early 20s again. And
Then you're out of product.
then what's that?
Then you were out, right? Because she only gave you a 5 day supply. So how quick or how long did it
Yes.
take for you to pick up the phone and call her and say, hey, I need some of that?
I picked up the phone day two and I'm like, I need another sample. Day three, day two, I started, experiencing some pain. Day three, I um I was really sore and I couldn't open and close my hands as quick as I can right now. And it's like I need another sample. She's like, girl, you know I don't give samples out. I said, oh, I don't care what I need to do. Just sign me up. I cannot live without this stuff in my life because I now know what pain-free living is like, at least for me. And so that was it. So she gave me another sample till my order came in, and I've been on it ever since. I've never missed a day of my super mix. But actually, I take the XM Plus now. So I alternate between these two now.
So, I don't want everybody to think we're trying to push a product. It's Moringa oleifera, and I don't think realize it is truly my mission. I want everybody to know what Moringa oleifera is. I don't care how you get it, right? But I will tell you right now, Zija is the only company in the United States that is producing a product that has Moringa oleifera in it, that is in its purest form, and it's certified. The NSF thing, that's a big deal. It's in the physician's desk reference right now. That tells you even more how legitimate it really is. For you and your inflammation, how many inflammatories? Well, it's got like 33, 35 natural inflammatories in it, anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, there's this stuff right here, the super mix. This right here, it's incredible stuff. This is your entire day's worth of nutrition. And the cool thing, Wes, is when you fuel your body with proper nutrition, your body kind of self-corrects itself. It self-heals. And what's in this is 92 nutrients, 46 anti-inflammatories, 46 antioxidants, 36 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, all your omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Incredible.
That's a lot. And I did a live last week with a lady who's a certified nutritionist, and I purposely brought her on to kind of highlight the things that we need for our body. And she reinforced to me, and it was a big eye opener for me. I took a lot out of it because I'm concerned about brain health for rightful reasons. Anybody that knows me and my family, the things that we've experienced, brain health is important to me. And she says, well, there's 9 essential amino acids that your body requires on a daily basis. And you cannot get all 9 of those from the food you eat. You have to supplement in some way or another. Well, Moringa oleifera, the formulation, the proprietary blend that we have in the Supermix and the XM Plus, has 18 of those, and they're naturally occurring. So, yeah, I'm like you, Don. I don't care what the cost is. It's something I'll use for the rest of my life. Sure.
That's right.
So,
And, oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, I was going to say you had other benefits. The pain, I mean, that was the most noticeable thing right away. But you also have another experience or another testimony to go along with that, right?
I do. I have actually a number of them. But I want to piggyback on something that you just said. So you mentioned about the brain health, right? So I've had several concussions. The last car accident that I was in, I suffered a severe traumatic brain injury. I won't go into all the details with that, but so one of my doctors was like, the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, that can only help. And I was taking handfuls of supplements in addition to, I don't know, somewhere between 12 to 15 prescription medications.
I'm going to interrupt real
they give
quick.
you one.
Those supplements, I assume you were getting at GNC? That seems to be.
Actually, no, I was getting them from one of my doctors. They were a very high-end supplement, as natural as you can get, but we all know how that goes.
And the
But yeah, so
cost,
it was very expensive.
very expensive. But you would have spent
Very,
anything.
very expensive.
Money was not an issue because you were dealing with something very important to you. Brain health.
Yes, yes, that's right. Brain health, chronic inflammation. Once all of that, you can't put a price tag on your health. You really can't. So, yeah, and then in addition to that, so, the cool thing about, and I don't know how many people know this, but the cool thing about the Moringa, and there's more than just these 2 sachets that we have. If you want, I'll go through the whole system. But the cool thing is it goes into your body and it kind of self-corrects what's going on in your body. So like for me, all I cared about was the pain, the chronic inflammation. I had gained a lot of weight. as a result of some medications, as well as hitting perimenopause and all of that. And I was just swelling up. And so what it did was it took away the inflammation and the pain first and foremost. So that took about 3 months, about the middle of month three. But immediately within a month, 3 weeks to a month, people were noticing the glow. My hair is shining, my face is glowing. I've got the Zesha glow. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing. What in the world are you doing?" And you hear that enough times and you start to wonder, you go, "Uh-oh." But and then after month three, that was when all of a sudden my weight just literally started melting off. So I'm down, I bounced between 50 and 52 pounds down from where I was the day after Thanksgiving. But when I started this, I did not take it correctly. I was not consistent with the program. I just took this, and every now and then I might, just might do a detox tea. Okay. And you really need to take the tea with it to help flush out, the toxins and all that sort of stuff. But Thanksgiving, October, somewhere thereabouts, I asked TV, I'm like, hey, I need to lose some weight on top of this. So what do I need to do? Because I wasn't following it consistently. I'm kind of that rebel, if you will. But so she told me what to do, and so I started taking it. I started with the XMAM first thing in the morning with a sachet of Super Mix on an empty stomach. Then I would have an XMPM 30 minutes to an hour before dinner. And then every other day, or actually the first couple of weeks, I did every third day, detox tea, the premium tea. And then I switched to every other day. So that was my whole system for, a period of time. And then once I was done with the XMAM, and they look like little capsules, just like this, you just pop them out. So it's super easy. And for all the travel that we do, that my husband and I do, whatever I'm going to do, it has to be simple. It has to be easy. I have to be able to travel with it. So it was pretty cool. And then I switched from XMAM to XM3. So when I went over to XM Plus, then I did XM3 and then still do the XMPM.
I know
So
I've
that's the
tried
whole
those
system.
XM.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the XM3 I use occasionally if I have them. I use them before a baseball game when I umpire, and it's the mental clarity is just fascinating. I mean, it really does open your eyes and makes you well alert. That's all well and fine what you were discussing. I thank you so much for being transparent and opening. So it's kind of scary to some people to go live and say, "Here's my story. This is what I did." So I do appreciate you sharing that. But my drive home is tonight, or the big thing is, you didn't get into this for the weight loss. In fact, you were so skeptical you didn't even want to try it because it was attached to a network marketing company. And I think that's the big thing that I want people's eyes to open up and realize there's some awesome network marketing companies out there, not just Zija. Rodan and Fields is a big one around in our neck of the woods with makeup and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They have high quality
Yep.
products because they're able to take that money that would normally be spent to the middleman and to advertising and promotion and put back into their product and produce a great product for people to use. And I am, and I know you are too. We're both affiliated with Zija because we refer people to them. We refer people and we get rewarded for that, and that's only fair. I don't think that Frito-Lay is going to give you 20 cents for every person that you turn on to Doritos. You know what I mean? So I want to kind of drive
Right.
that home. It's a great product, high quality products found in network marketing companies. Get away from that for a second. Let's talk a little bit about you do some coaching, Coach Pro for you. Um, what exactly is that?
Well, so what I do is I do business consulting and business coaching and corporate training. So my passion is to empower and inspire women to achieve their goals, whatever they are. And I mean, for men as well, because of course, all my corporate clients, it's men and women. So I help people achieve their goals, whatever those might be. If they want to start a business, I can help them with that. If they're already in a business, I create unique strategies for them specifically so that they can achieve their goals and I put a strategy together that's unique for them. So it's not a cookie cutter approach or anything like that. In the 35 years that I've been in corporate America, I've only been with 4 companies. And in those 4 companies, I've helped every single one of them grow and scale during the years that I was there. So when I retired at 45, I took some time off, and then I decided I always knew I was going to start my own business doing something because I was already doing that on the side, just not getting paid for it because I enjoy it. I'm kind of nerdy that way. And so I decided, well, that's what I'm going to do.
But just for those watching, I mean, because they know that we're affiliated with Zija, they probably think, well, she's a bigwig with Zija. So Zija is just a little thing for you on the side. I mean, that's not your primary business. The Coach Pro for
No,
you,
no, no.
am I wrong?
And actually, right. And actually, I help run 6 different businesses that we
That's,
own.
and you find little pockets of time just to help people and share the value of Moringa oleifera.
Yes. Because I'm a firm believer in it. And when people start seeing you, I don't cold call anybody. I don't ask anybody to try it. They all come to me. It's called attraction marketing, not in its traditional sense. But I just happen to be a product of the product, and I am my own brand. And so when people see me, they saw my transformation, and they come up to me, they're like, "What are you doing? Whatever it is, I want it." And of course, people that know me very well, they know that I research the heck out of things, and if it's not natural, I'm not going to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And I
pretty awesome.
truly, when I started doing this, I wasn't intending to do this as a business at all. That was the furthest thing from my mind. But I guess it was January or February when people really started noticing a difference, and they just kept asking me about it. In fact, my very first recruit was my chiropractor. I was 3 weeks on the product, and he's like, "Okay, how can I get this? And because I want to offer this to all my patients." And I was like, "Well, shoot, I don't know. I'll ask Kiwi. We'll find out." I said, "Kiwi, I got somebody for you." And so that's kind of how that happened.
That's what's
So it
so
was
to
just
me.
a by chance.
That's what's so wonderful about this, about Zija. And I mean, I'm telling everybody, right? But that's all right. Zija is a family thing, and it's a group thing. It's about one another helping one another. And at the end of the day, Moringa oleifera helps all of us, gives us more energy, helps us feel
Mhm.
better, and who knows, increases the length of our time in this world. And as I shared at the beginning, I lost a good friend this week, and I can't say that it would have changed anything for him because I don't know, and none of us really do know, but I do know that if we give our body the nourishment it needs, it does autocorrect itself. It takes care of itself. I truly believe that God has blessed us with some awesome machines in these human bodies, but if we aren't feeding the
Mhm.
right to it, if we're putting diesel in the tank instead of gasoline, right, we're not going to get the
Right.
result and the quality of life we're looking for. Go
Well, the
ahead.
cool thing is they don't call it God's miracle tree just for nothing. I mean, it's really kind of incredible. And the first time I ever heard about Moringa oleifera, and I had no idea that that's what Kibi was doing with Zija, and that that's what the product was. I had no idea. Um, I saw a Discovery Channel documentary probably 3 months before I got that Dirty Santa gift. And I was like, wow, God's Miracle Tree. I've never heard of that before. What is that? So I sat down, and I'm not a TV person. So for me to sit down and watch TV and watch a whole program in the middle of the day, that's not me. So I was very intrigued that when I got her product, I was like, huh, right on the package it says Moringa oleifera blend. And I was like, why does that sound familiar to me? And anyway, so that's what it was.
Well, hey, I don't want to draw this out too much longer, but as I close it down, because and I'm not trying to say anything bad to you when I call you a skeptic, but I just know from your background, you're not one that takes things for granted, and you do a lot of research. Can you share with those watching maybe some places they could go to get more information to answer some questions on what moringa oleifera is, maybe the validity of what we're talking about?
Yes, what I would do, well, first, I'm so sorry to hear about your friend Wes. I want to
Oh,
give you my condolences for that,
that's
first
part of
and
life.
foremost. And you're right. You know, we have something golden in our hands, and if it can help just one person, if it can help just one person, that's, you know, incredible. Now, so what I would tell people, anybody watching, first of all, if you're a friend of Wes's, get with Wes, and he'll send you some information. If you're a friend of mine, please reach out to me. I will send you some information. But what you can do, go Google Siri, whatever those talking, you know, apps are that you do, say, hey Siri, what is the most nutrient dense plant in the world? And see what comes up. Don't take my word for it. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna pop up, Moringa oleifera. Don't take my word for it, okay? Do it for yourself and see what is gonna show up, and then read on it. So, and Noel says, it does, it really does. Yeah, it really does say that. So that's huge. The other thing, too, that you pointed out that I think is pretty incredible, and this happened 3 to 4 weeks ago, is our plant protein, which I love, the Dutch chocolate. This is wonderful stuff. I just absolutely love this plant protein. It's got moringa in it, too. And that is NSF certified. And I like the fact now that our super mix is in the physician's um,
Desk reference.
desk review. Yeah, desk review, desk reference, whatever it's called. So now, I mean, it's doctor recommended. So you know, what else is there? That's awesome for me. That's just even more confirmation, but I did not need that. After I did my research, I did not need a doctor to tell me, oh, this is okay to take. I didn't need a doctor to be able to pull it out of a book and say that. I did ask my doctor, hey, I want to try this product. Will it interfere with any of the medications I'm currently on? Or is there anything in here that I'm allergic to, because I do have a lot of allergies as well? So that was my concern. I didn't want to ingest something, have anaphylactic shock,
Right.
die in my sleep or something, you know, heaven forbid. Um, and yeah, so it's
Well,
wonderful
and I
stuff. I mean,
understand
it literally has saved my life.
it's a considered a food. I mean, it's not for those that are concerned about medications, and I'm not telling you not to talk to your doctor, right? I mean, that's probably good sense to go do that anyway. But it's a
Right.
superfood. I mean, it's no different than eating broccoli or spinach. It's a they take parts of the tree, they grind it up, put it in a powder form, you mix it with water and drink it. That easy. Takes about 3 minutes.
That's right.
Right.
It's the leaves, the fruit, the seeds, and the bark.
Yes,
And to your point earlier, I think you were talking about Moringa oleifera. Is all moringa is not the same.
that's very
That's a
true.
fact. All moringa, it's not the same. We have a proprietary blend through Zija. And my chiropractor actually went and got raw moringa and tried it and said, you know, he did his own little test on it. He goes, wow. He goes, Dawn, I'm going to tell you, which what we have here with Zija is the bomb. He's like, there isn't another blend out there like this. You would have to ingest bags full to get the benefits of one sachet. So,
Yeah, I think Dr. Plant, the gentleman that formulated the product, says I think it's like 250 some capsules worth of Moringa oleifera in one of those sachets. I forget. It's a huge number because people have asked, can't we
yeah,
get it in capsule form? Because you don't realize how much Moringa oleifera is in one of those sachets. It definitely
that's
does
right.
make a difference. And that's something I encourage people when they're doing their research. Check out, there is a website, it's www.zijadifference.com, and they go into great detail. Uh, Again, because it's network marketing, they take that money that would normally be spent in advertising and promotion, and they put it into product development. They own their own factories, proprietary farms. They plant their own moringa. They test it. They shade dry it. They know, and because of the NFS certification, we know for a fact that it's true as well, that what they say is in there is in there. Unfortunately, if if you go out to Amazon.com, yes, you can find Moringa oleifera. If you go to the health food store, you can find Moringa oleifera. You probably can find it at Walmart too on the shelves in the supplement section and the vitamin section. but you don't know what you're going to get. I know it says what it says on the bottle, but who knows how long it's been there. We don't know how well it's been tested. That's the beauty of, again, getting back to the way this is marketed. It really knows
Right.
we've got the best in what we've got. So, Don, you want to close? Any
Yep.
comments?
Well, I will just say this. If anybody is out there suffering from any type of inflammation, pain, all kinds of different things, and you give it a try. You can't go wrong. This changed my life. It can work for you too. I'll tell you what, I mean, most people know my age, but I have people commenting now that my daughter just got married, St. Patrick's Day, and I saw my ex-husband's side of the family for the first time in probably 10 years. And all these people, his friends, family, what have you, they're like, how is it that you look younger now than you did 10 years ago, 6 and 10 years ago?
Eat your heart
So
out, right?
that's right. Hey, I'm fueling my body with 100% nutrition, and you know, all we know is what we know. And when I find something, I'm going to share it. I didn't set out to do this. I didn't set out to share this. I thank God that I got this as a Dirty Santa Christmas gift, and that I tried it. And it's changed my life. And I know that it will work for other people too, if they follow the system correctly. So it's pretty easy. If you're a friend of Wes's, reach out to Wes. He's a great guy. He will point you in the right direction. If you're a friend of mine and you're interested and you want no more information, just Facebook message me, private message me, call me on the phone, doesn't matter. We'll take care of you. And if you want to give it a try, give it a try. It's 100% money back guarantee first 30 days. Just go from there.
Don, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your evening. You can go eat now. I'm sure her husband brought food home, right?
Yes, he did. He
Yes,
has
he
to,
did.
I'm a foodie. I am a foodie, so I've got to have my food. That's what people ask me. They're like, "Are you sure you're eating?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I eat. Trust me. I did not give up anything. Did not go on a diet. No."
Good deal. Well, hey,
All
have a
right.
good evening. Thanks again, and we'll talk again soon. And thanks everybody for joining
Yes.
into our live. If you got any questions, like she said, send us a private message, and we'll lead you to the right information, and you make your own decision. Have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you, Wes.